Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We are, I think, making our way up to Vabos and messing about in space a little bit this morning. There's a couple of sections of the map we still got to get done in this act that I'd like to get done in this act. We've recently just finished up Xenos and kind of done this southeastern sector. So we do have Latoshan's Passage. I think our idea was we were going to hit up this, come across here to Dargonis, where we have a event at the colony, and then probably just build a path out this way. We also have a quest here and here, but we have like 13 nav points right now. So let's pop up to the place we haven't seen to start this morning off. The ship's enforcers notified officers about a strange insect-like creature appearing on the astropath's chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident has recalled a few days later when one of the astropaths lost their mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psyker perished shortly afterwards, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless larvae consuming their brain. The corpse of the insect were safely disposed of. Ah, fantastic. Nothing like warp insects getting in your brain. Nice. We got a little path back here, too. I love it. It's like free navigator points. And pirate battles this morning. I do love a good void combat in this game. Unidentified ruins. Oh man, okay. We're getting very distracted this morning. Do we have level ups to go there? No, not on anybody important. Aren't we taking Jay? Yeah. I'm kind of feeling like we should be taking Solomorn recently, but Jay does have a lot of those skills that we just don't really have in the party. Lore Imperium, Lore Xenos. She's proven somewhat valuable.
The world will bow.
I offer up my thanks to thee, O Messiah, for granting me the ability to serve you as a predator whose prey is knowledge.
Preying on knowledge.
Predators? You can hear the growling too. A sound so vile it makes your teeth clench, makes you want to kill. No?
No? Just you?
Me. That's not good.
Oh, I love Adira. Architecture of the Imperium, but subtle differences to the structures. Whoa. Alright, that's definitely Drukari. Cool. Oh, I'm definitely glad we brought Jay. We're gonna need her weird Xenos lore.
Reveal their secrets.
Secrets? 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 Secret goods. Cracked Xeno chest. Nice. I'm assuming that's for whatever this puzzle is.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
I want poutine is one of the top clips on the channel. Wanting slutty poutine? It's been a popular one. If you believe yourself, come get the tongue twisters. Oh my god.
Experience. Nothing matters.
You post the tongue twister, I'll give it a shot.
I see the
Okay, we can boom our way out of here. Oh, cool. Okay, okay, all right, okay. We got a few things in this area. Uncover the pattern. Star. A single look at this strange pattern is enough to send your mind reeling.
Embrace true power.
What else we got down here? Human skeleton is curled up in an unnatural position. It's inside a void suit with a hole burned right through it. Someone has carved a strange pattern on the floor. It looks as though the lines and a fog descends over your mind. Why are you guys all hanging out up here? Is this corpse lookable? Can we look at that corpse? No? Just make sure we got all the awareness checks.
Seize the opportunity.
Activate the pedestal.
True.
Continuing to play around with the Xeno heresy without thinking is unwise, Lord Captain. We all take an injury. I think that's okay. Redirect the energy beam. I do not like any of this, says Abelard. Well, obviously I want to make the one that we uncovered first. This feels like
Powers unseen.
almost like too easy to make this path. Seems the pattern no longer works. Okay, well, what if I redirect? How's this one go? You're at that point. So then you'd go down to there. I think. And then across the way. And then over to that guy. This does not look correct. I think the problem is that feels like it should be set further back. That is a star, though. Kind of. Am I looking at this all backwards? Oh, open the chest. Ancient Force Sword. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure, I'll take that. But that pattern no longer works? That's it. That was the whole thing. Okay. There was only... No? Secret goods? Cracked box. A furious male voice is coming from the box. This is Captain Trevor Durath calling the bully, and get your arses back to the surface and get me out of here, you shites. My gut may be fused to my suit, but I'm not dead yet, no matter how much you wish it were otherwise. A moment later, the raging tone gives way to strange rasping. Hey, can any of you hear me? Respond. I'll pay double. Just don't leave me here, damn it. I was going so well. We even figured out how to open the first sphere thanks to the pattern on the floor. Yeah. Who knew there'd be so much trouble with the second one? I didn't. They didn't either. Cowards. The moment the beam was directed back, I was either lying with my guts turned inside out or they were running off with my goods. Oh, Emperor, you whoreson, why'd you leave me like that? I'm scared. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to die. Not alone. Aren't you supposed to watch over all your children? Quiet, you lot. Shut it already. I can't even hear myself. The recording is silent for a few moments. All you can hear is the sound of someone pounding the shell of a void suit with the recording device. I'm cold. I wonder if I'll die from oxygen, or if my organs will give out earlier. The damned god, the damned Imperium. In the end, you'll all serve the true masters. The human speech gradually deteriorates into an indecipherable mixture of howling and clicking noises. Okay. Very good. Very good. When do we get Mr. Lawman? You finished the first planet and just left Foothold? Very shortly after. If you go basically to Dargonis, you'll pick up the Lawman right after that.
Intriguing.
You have to go to Dargonis. You have to do like the... Oh, basically you just have to land on Dargonis the first time, and then you'll get him right after. A Wild West pirate. Hey, here's a question. Can I put the cracked Xeno chest in there? I can. Now that I've looted it, I bet I can do this pattern now. I knew there had to be something with that chest. It seems the pattern no longer works. So, do I have to do the star pattern again? Is there a third pattern I'm missing? I bet there is. I bet there is. I wonder if it's underneath this demolition.
I do what I must.
No, it's not.
The world will bow.
He already solved the one in the recording, yeah. And then that one gave us the sword. It does seem to apply there is a third one for that Xeno chest, if I can put that Xeno chest in there, though. What am I missing here? The middle one needs to be the last step and the first step. Like, do it backwards?
Amuse me.
Decept me. Well, that wasn't the answer. Legion keeps coming over here.
An expected result.
Do I get XP for that? I do.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Not a lot of XP, but warp apparition.
Trembles beneath my feet.
No, please, no, not me. Abelard, I don't like any of this. What am I missing here? It does feel like I could do this one backwards. Or I should be able to do this one backwards.
Pathetic.
That scares me every single time I do it. Someone had a thorough brainwashing. How about we make ourselves scarce before we start singing praises of these new masters? I gotta know what this chest gives me.
Embrace true power.
I'm gonna look around for hints. I'm sure I probably have everything we need. Unknown structure haphazardly strewn about the plateau. I found the chest over here.
Experience. Nothing matters.
All right, chat, any advice here? And that one we've tried. I mean, I guess I could do that one backwards.
Die in dishonor.
Really, just zipping myself up, right? Got a plasma rifle for your main guy, so much better than anything else you find. It's almost funny. The plasma rifles are extremely satisfying in this game. Right? Like, we tried both of those. I might just Google this. Have you tried getting good? What is the name of this planet? Unidentified ruins. If y'all aren't gonna help me, I'll help myself. What am I missing here? Okay, this one seems to imply that you can find it somewhere on the map. The other captain went nuts trying to figure this out. I mean, that sounds like me. Rogue trader, not rogue take the easy way out. It's finished, but I could have been wrong before. No, there is definitely a a third option here. Because you can crack open that cracked Xeno Heresy chest. The cracked Xeno chest does need to be in it. Yeah, which we've done, right? Imagine Twitch chat being helpful. Never. Never, ever, ever. Oh, it's okay. So there's not, okay, all right. There's not a pattern listed anywhere. It's just like, if this is one pattern and this is the other pattern, the third pattern is like the only thing that you can make not using them. Which I guess would be like, maybe something like this? I think if I redirect this again, I'm gonna get zapped. Oh no, it worked! It's literally just pick like the third option. Chains of Domination. Whenever the wearer kills an enemy, they receive a stacking 5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. And a 15 bonus to perception, but a -5 penalty to willpower. Eldari helmet. Oh, demon.
We share a bond.
Oh, okay, that's not a that's not a problem. When you said demon, I got worried. I didn't realize it was only one of these. Let's we'll put J here, we'll put big A over here. Pascal, you can probably just 5 in the back. Adira, you could also probably just 5 in the back. I've learned. Perfect. Cabela. Got a better shot over there, actually. Cut him up. Parry, 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 parry. Wow, that was terrible.
As honor or death, my blade whispers your name.
Didn't even really have the right weapon out here. She's gonna jump back that way, so.
Your soul be purged.
Oh, you're missing everything here, girl. Wow, these guys just parried so many times. Chris Warren, hello. They really got their value out of this trap, whoever set it up. Yeah, I mean, they got me to take a lot of injuries before I figured that out. I'll give it to them. They gave me a good bamboozling. Do you want buffs or do you want damage? You could maybe do both.
That is not my destiny.
Give him one of these.
See what you can do.
One of these. One of
No can do.
You got no line of sight. Adira.
Cover me.
Let's blind everybody. And then I guess we'll give parry and dodge to everybody. And also buff everybody. And also cast this on everybody. Oh, I did not expect to be able to cast so many of those. Big Screamer AoE. Alright, Abelard, you can't really get into position. Alright, well, you could go there. Let's go there. We'll do a little reckless swinging. Nerd, hello! Everdream, also hello. Good morning, dude.
Victory is imminent.
How we all doing? How we all doing? We're fighting a couple of screamers. We're getting into some kind of trouble up here. Good to see all of you this morning. They've been trying for 30 minutes. Should we be worried? Nah, they'll open up a guide. And then we'll give them, we'll hit them with the doo-doo. Welcome on in, folks. Good morning. I hope your road trading was going well. We have been doing some serious heresy. Man, I can't get a taunt on anybody here. This is Abelard is. This is the most useless he's proven in a very long time. What about Jay? Can we smoke a bunch of people with these pistols without killing our own dudes? I think we can.
Tell me, and it's you're no fun.
That's Pink Horror down.
Don't get too caught. Remember the name. Am I getting paid?
Yeah, she really does not do a ton of damage here.
You just sure.
Choose an ally. She can pull people off allies. This ability cannot be used again this turn. Okay. I don't know what happened to her. I got worried about that glitching out on me. Good morning. Good morning. Any plans to play the anime girl sports game that's going viral? Dude, this is like everybody is just talking about this horse racing game. It's absurd. I got told to play it last week before it went viral, and I was like, there's no way in hell I'm playing this. And now it's all anybody is talking about. Everybody wants to play anime sports girl racing. I don't know what to do about it. Do I have plans to play it? No. Does that mean I won't play it? I'm not sure yet.
Ruin beckons.
Y'all really seem to want me to play it lately. There's been a lot of effort to get that played. You performed 500 critical hits with your party members. Achievement unlocked.
The shadows
Congratulations!
whispers your name.
Oh, what else can we do to these guys? We could dash through them.
I shall not fail.
I guess that'll do a little bit of damage.
Trust me.
And then how can you not move to anybody here, Abelard? I'm really struggling with the ability to hit people here. All right. You get beat up a little bit. That's how it always goes. When you decide you don't want to play something, it blows up. Absolutely. I feel like that happened with Schedule 1. I took a look at that game when it first came out, and I was like, there's no way I'm playing this. This game looks terrible. And then it was the hot game that everybody was playing. All right, Pascal can't see anybody here. Let's just move around the corner and wipe these dudes out. We don't got to be fancy here. Apparently, we should have been fancy. Ain't that always how this goes?
Done cannot be undone.
Accidentally shoot my own guys. Bella,
Lieutenant's killing
thank you.
brings me no pleasure.
The demons are dead. We survive another round.
Unexplored.
It's not the game we wanted. It's the game we needed. It's just gambling. It's just gambling on horse races. This is what I don't get about this game. It's gotcha gambling of like, can we crack open the packs? And then it is just straight up watching horse races. People are just thirsty for horse girls. I think I'm with you. I think that seems to be the case, right? Told about the game months ago and laughed it off as so dumb. Man, what opportunities we have missed. Absolutely sleeping on it all, apparently. Schedule one's another, right? Maybe it's just us. Maybe we're out of touch. I mean, yeah, I'm playing it like a 2-year-old game right now, so maybe I am a little bit out of touch. There's a good possibility. Do we want this ancient force sword on anybody? I mean, I guess Heinrich's would be good for that. I just hate giving him anything. Chains of Domination. Obviously, this would be very good on Adira. Whenever she kills an enemy, she receives a stacking +5 to willpower. I would take that as better than Secrets of the Forerunner, because she kills people constantly. So at least we get some more psyker shenanigans here.
Unseen, uncover my path.
It's okay, a little bit of booty. A little bit of booty. Schedule 1, sort of a double-edged sword. I heard that the YouTube algo boss also hated Schedule 1 and it kneecaps certain channels. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It is like a game about drugs. So, have I ever gambled on horse races? It is intoxicating. I have, actually. When I was very, very young, I went to Ireland with my parents, and we went to go see the horse races at, I don't even know where. And when I was very young, I had extremely good luck. I don't know what it was, but every time I ever went to like a carnival, I always came out with like the biggest, like the toy that's bigger than me as a kid. And so we went to the horse races with my family, and everybody bet, and everybody lost except for me. And I won on like every horse I bet on. And this has given me a really screwed up perception of believing that I'm good at gambling. And every time I go to a casino now, I lose all my money instantly. So I think I just got lucky as a kid. So horse girls not even naked. that'd be a whole different game, I think, right? Would that sword be good for Cabela? I don't think it does as much damage as her. She has Eldari chain swords. Yeah, so this is a force sword, so it's designed for psychic damage. So the more psi rating you have, the more damage it does. Her Eldari chain swords are chain swords, so they deal extra 25% critical damage. She's all about crits, and she also gets bonus to parry on it. So she's kind of going to be using these chain blades probably forever. At this point, yeah, I feel like it's probably forever. We got a ton of extractums. Let's grab that adamantine. Love some blackjack, never win, but I love it. That's how, like, me and roulette are that way. I love roulette. I can play a lot of roulette. I like roulette because there doesn't really seem to be any strategy. It's actually a game that's just based on luck. So, grew up next to a horse racing track. Sometimes you and your friends would climb the fences as a teenager. Gambling strictly for adults where you live. Yeah. I mean, I was gambling as a kid. I was like, you know, my parents were like, "What horse do you want to bet on?" And I'd be like, "This one has a funny name. Let's bet on that." That sword counters warp damage? No. Oh. When the wielders, I didn't even read it. Imagine that, your streamer playing a game full of text and he's not even reading. Embarrassing. Whenever the wielder suffers energy, firepower, or warp damage, the sword absorbs a part of that damage, reducing it by psi rating, probably. Psi rating. The wielder gains 0 armor pen for their next attack. Again, it's like Heinrich's. But Heinrich's is the rock saw, so I don't even know that that's good for him anymore. You know who it would be good for? Me. I'm not currently a psyker, but I'm going to be one in like a level. The only problem is that I have this sick heretic sword currently that drains blood from people. But realistically, having a weird corrupted psyker sword also looks way more cool. All right, you sold me. Also, like, where is Solomorn? You have 2 really good shields. I should just be using one of these. Deflection and parry. Blinded. Give me your deflection shield. Because this shield I have isn't actually good unless a bunch of people have it. This way, I at least have some deflection. I at least have a little bit of parry. So I'm not going to be just like totally caught out, right? Something about kids making bets like that or people betting on things they don't understand because there's no bias. It's just pure luck. Yeah. Finally learned sometimes it's okay to not always hit if you don't have 13. Blackjack's a weird one because it's also like you're playing with the table against the dealer. So there's things that you can do that will actually like screw over the other players, but like technically you should all just be like working together to win. It's strange, man. It's kind of one of the reasons I don't want to play Umamume Musume, because it does just feel like it's a gambling game. And I don't know that I really want to be doing gambling streams based on the way that I write emails to gambling sponsorships. And by write emails, I mean send them a picture of Goatsy. Don't even do fantasy football, which made me a bit of an outcast in almost every place you ever worked. It's just Dungeons and Dragons, you know, fantasy football, but a little bit different. Never understand the anime horse girl names since I probably don't understand any of the joke names. So that's the thing about this horse game is that it's not joke names. They're all actually based on real horses. And so all of the characters, which apparently like there's a whole anime about, which I didn't even know, but they're all of their personalities are actually based on the personalities of the real life horses and what happened to them. Which, you know, I would have expected it not to be so in-depth for, you know, an anime horse betting game, but... The Lone Mountain chain is comprised entirely of minerals with a shiny mirror-like surface. The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky, brilliantly reflected in the many surfaces of the plateaus, oddly shaped rocks, stone arches, and columns. The view is especially stunning on a clear, starry night, or when aurora trails dance in the sky. The enraptured crew have asked the Lord Captain's permission to visit this remarkable place. Yeah, sure. What am I going to say, no to an adventure? The shore leave passes without incident, and the ship's officers talked about it for weeks. Proctor Anthar went for a short training session with his faithful fiber massive and was satisfied with the results. However, according to eyewitnesses, the training session was rather strange. The Arbiter simply sat on the edge of the plateau next to his dog, silently staring into the distance. Spooky. Space battles. Let's go mess up some pirates. As soon as you draw close to the unknown ship, it points its loaded cannons directly towards you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids tightly encircling you. Captain Xantha Labouche offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but the price must be to her soul's satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends your crew into a fury. This is a no-win scenario. You can enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your sin, sacrificing only your pride. Well, I want to fight these guys. They're pirates. I mean, I could coerce them. Daring to threaten a rogue trader will not go unpunished. Captain Labouche makes your displeasing gesture quite apparent, but acknowledges it would not be in our interest to cross you. The nameless ships retreat, leaving you alone. No. I want that fight. I want to say it will not go unpunished and then fight them. I was hoping they'd like try to pay their way out of it or something. Our voidship is like very good right now, so I feel good about this. Borg! Thank you for 7 months.
From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass you call a temple will wither and you will beg my
kind to save you, but I am already saved, for the machine is immortal. It's very good having GLaDOS be the one who says that. Thank you so much for 7 months, my dude. I hope you're well. I'm glad you've been enjoying the 40k.
Enemy void ships. They are marked for death.
Kevin Hart started doing gambling ads. You'll have to respect for him. Did he ever have that much to begin with? This is not that bad of an ambush. I will admit, it is still an ambush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't warp jump this turn. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. Not being able to warp jump is a pretty rough starter. I could get directly behind him, but then I've got that frigate shooting me. Huh. Wow, this is not a great ambush to be hit up in. Oh, we do have our interceptors as well. So I gotta be honest, I kind of feel like torpedoes might be the better option here. I've been really wanting to use these interceptors though, so torpedoes. Damn, dude. Okay, like I think I want to go here because I'm the most out of his range. Which does mean let's hit him with a vulnerability scan. It's on the back. That's interesting.
Send them into our cold void.
If I go here, I can shoot him with that. I can shoot him with that. The only thing I can't shoot him with is this. I'm not really going to get the aim on that anyway. All right. I should have saved the Sunhammer. I could have shot this Cobra class with it, and it would have made a lot more sense. But, you know, you'll live, you learn.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
He's trying to flee.
Annihilate them.
So we're going to light him on fire. And then I think we're going to go for butt armor. He could just come up alongside of me, but I feel like it's more likely he's going to hit us on the butt. Our interceptors, twin linked lance cannons. You know what? We're going to just shoot in the front here. I've never used these little guys before, so it's very fun to get to use them. And I'm hoping that our escort here provides at least a little distraction for these guys. Oof. 2 rounds of macro cannons on the side there. Plasma torps. That guy gets out of range of me, which is great. That guy actually shoots the plasma torps. That's also very good. Oh, awesome. Not so awesome. He blew up my escort instantly.
Let destruction go forth. Proceed accordingly.
We get to blow him up and then blow him up.
Annihilate them.
I could pull a new heading here and turn around pretty fast. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could jump for 5, yeah. I tell you what. 1, 2, 3 is what the arc is. So I can go here and I can hit that guy with the
Let the Imperium guide us.
Arc Augury Sunhammer.
Eviscerate her.
Which I guess is going to be our best option. We can pull up shields on the left-hand side. We can launch another set of these interceptors. You know what? Why the heck not? If I can have 2 of them going at once, we might as well. And then I could spin them. Or I could spin his torpedoes. Let's spin him. We get a nice little shot. 2 little nice shots. Wipe out all the shields on the side. Love this. When did this turn into Battlefleet Gothic? So there's space combat, and it's basically just Battlefleet Gothic. Turn-based Battlefleet Gothic. I love the space combat in this game. I actually think it's an incredibly fun subsystem. Torps are going to blow up torps. Those ones are going to try to come for us, but they're not going to succeed. And then I'm going to say, let's blow up you.
Them into the cold void.
1 shot, 1 kill. Perfect.
It lays on our path.
We got the Howler cannons, the plasma battery. Oh my god.
Praise the Omnissiah.
We'll jump to make sure we're out of range of those torpedoes, and then everything else is just vibing. Near Kerblam.
Imperium, take this sacrifice.
Absolutely the right decision. Imagine your character as Chungus, the Blade Dancer. Oh, to be a Blade Dancer. I mean, one could still re-roll. We're about to hit Exemplar, which is like the 3rd class system. The final archetypes. We're like 1 level off. 2 levels off, sorry. And so when we hit Exemplar, we're going to actually respec, and we're going to become a psyker. Which should be a good laugh. A duty officer reported an incident in the shuttle repair bay. A security team was dispatched in response to a distress signal, but when they arrived, they discovered that the shuttle repair crew had doubled in number. Somehow, every crew member now had an identical twin, but each assured the enforcers that they were the real one. The enforcers immediately opened fire, killing everyone in the bay. The duty officer awarded the squad a commendation for their vigilance and efficiency. He's the clone! No, he's the clone! Just shoot them all. Instantly. I don't know why I'm getting a chart new routes for here. I've been here already. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. Boop, 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 boop. Let's just reduce this down. And then do another little jump. Excellent. We can finally figure out what the heck is going on Dargonis. We've had a colony event here forever. Hekaros Rim. This is so cool. So this is the this was the Genestealer station that we towed into orbit, and it gave us like 15 security for the station. Lord Captain, the commander of Hekaros Rim, reports that the outpost is keeping a vigilant eye over the vicinity of the capital world. No enemy ships or unauthorized vessels have been detected. That's awesome. Huge battle fleet. A malcontent has begun spreading insinuating rumors concerning the rogue trader among the aristocracy. We can execute 2 noble families at random and confiscate their property. Throw a lavish social event to gain some complacency. offer privileges to whoever turns in the malcontent to gain some security, or publicly confess to some trifling errors to gain a very tiny bit of RP in exchange for complacency. You will gain profit factor, lose complacency. Complacency is not bad. Let's throw a lavish social event. We're a noble. The event is such a success that it scatters the rumors to the winds. The aristocrats, charmed by the rogue trader's generosity, present gifts as a show of gratitude. We lose 2 profit factor. We're still at 80, so we're golden. We've already done basically all the events here. Just waiting on reputation for one of these guys. Kiabagama is working. Janice is the science of virtue. Psi rating for dogmatic characters. Blocks the Rose of Zamarkan. Oh, I obviously want this. One is like be virtuous, and the other one is make drugs that feed on your serf's blood. Make hallucinogenic poisons based on the blood of your serfs. Yeah, that's obviously the one I'm going to be doing in this playthrough. Are you kidding me? We get grenades that cause people to basically go berserk and attack their friends. We get bonuses with the Casabalicans. And we get a bunch of chemicals out of it. Yeah, we really got to get the Casabalican numbers up. These are rookie numbers. Got to pump these up. Security is good. Yeah, I mean, we had a bunch of events on that planet reduce our security because it's full of pirates. And then we towed that Genestealer station into orbit and we got like 15 security for it, so. Ability where my fat foals can disarm enemies with bladed weapons. Oh, hello, Mona. Good morning. How are you today? The big fluffy queen of space. Soldier Psyker's a fun build. Damaging spells count as ranged attacks. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're just going to take Unsanctioned Psyker and I think pick up Pyromancy, but I got to look at some of the other stuff. Because I wonder whether or not like Sanctic Psyker might be good for us because we're so built around buffs. It's just kind of that like Turg often has 1 AP and he can't hit anything, right? Like his shots always miss. His sword's not great. I mean, his sword is probably the better option, but he's never in range of anything to use it. So I just thought, well, if I could light people on fire with a bit of Psychomancy, that might be the better option. All kinds of ethical issues to work through. Yeah, cloning people isn't a good idea. Maybe they were demon clones. You never really know, right? Maybe they were Genestealers. Look at this little fluff, man. At first she was like, don't pick me up. And now she's like, cool, we vibing. You doing good there, Moni? All right. All right. Chat's talking to you. They're rioting. Stay away from my G's. Yeah, so the plan for Psyker Turg is probably just like taking a little bit of Pyromancy so he can do some damage from range. I guess I want to look at like what are the... You have Sanctic Psyker, don't you? These are all Biomancy. I don't know where his Sanctic stuff is. Oh, this is maybe Sanctic. Sanctified Slayer, critical hit chance. Increased by 1 every time someone uses a heroic act. +5 to all characteristics. executionary. Okay, so these are the sanctic abilities. All allies affected by word of the Emperor gain the hammer of the Emperor. Next time they deal damage, it's increased by psyker power and resolve. This doesn't really sound like us. Light of the Emperor, hammer of the Emperor. I mean, we're literally a heretic. Purge soul. No. So I think we're just going to become probably a pyromancer. Targeted ally immediately gains an extra turn. I do love the idea of just taking warp speed and just casting this on Cabela, giving her an extra 6 MP and agility and AP. There's something about just boosting Cabela to an insane amount, which is very, very fun. Target recovers wounds. I could go biomancy. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. So I do want to do this. And then I think we'll just make it unsafe. Pretty expensive warp travel, but you missed throw punch Mona. Even if it's good, she isn't freaked out by humans compared to a couple years ago. When I picked her up just then at first, she did kick me in the chest. And she was like, what do you think you're doing, young man? Servo skulls propagate psyker buffs too? I don't think so, no. We got a warp reach. We got to fight it. All right, what's going on? Are you going crazy, kitty cat? I don't want to be attacked. Yeah, okay. You leave if you're feeling like that. You know when you're petting a cat and it's just like everything is fine until suddenly it is not. Until suddenly they're like, I'm going to murder you if you come near me. Oh, this is the Nurgle event. You know what? Just gonna bring everybody out here, I think. Bella, Pascal, Tira, you can go there. Vesper can go there. Jay can go here, and Abelard can go there. These guys are all about, they just throw like a million tox grenades into the fight.
Never leave that unpaid.
All right, you're gonna give a turn to biggest turd.
Get too cocky. I can do that with the right incentive.
So that he can buff everyone around him.
One step closer. Purpose guides me. I will triumph. Purpose guides me.
Just because I don't think anybody else really needs to move here. Don't really want to shoot that barrel.
Living on it. Don't get too...
Okay. Yeah, we're getting covered in gas clouds. It's fine. With the Medicaid protocol, like, we'll the moment everyone's turn starts, they'll just heal that.
Is that my blood?
These aren't really an issue. You could probably just blast those guys. Thank you. And then... Sure, blast him. Probably put a bounty on him. And can you see the other plague bearer? You can. And then we'll buff up whatever your next shot is.
Why did I not foresee this?
Adira, you're going to make a huge risk here. And cast all of your buff spells. Despite the fact that we are at like maximum psi bustage right now. And then
Damn. What was the command again?
your bird can go over here. Oh. So I somehow skipped my turn there by accident, but that's okay. Cabela. You're gonna try to get rid of this plague bearer. A lot of damage. Not quite enough.
As honor ordains,
Open up a gap.
I shall not fail.
Stab it.
As honor
Finish him off. High momentum. I think that actually says high momentum. And I just realized I've never understood what it says. And I only noticed it because earlier I thought it said low momentum. And I mean, I think it did say low momentum. Where are you going, Cabela?
Trust me.
You could probably take a ton of tox damage going that way. And then backflip into the two of them. And then backflip again. And then run backwards. I actually probably shouldn't run backwards considering how much damage you're going to take from that. Yeah, probably not the smartest idea. Let's give Pascal an extra round. Because he can just kill that plague bearer. 291 damage. He's a maniac on the floor. Cabela, you got a bonus turn, but you can't do anything with it. Big Turk, you also can't really do anything right now. You can maybe get a Melta shot off. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of damage.
Just a minor setback.
Abelard, it looks like you have movement for days, so I'm gonna send you to tank this plague bearer.
I'm not interested.
Come on, buddy.
Back and an exemplary strike. That's not the Seneschal's job.
Counter.
It will be done.
Make him a priority target, and then we'll just endure for a little extra HP. Swing, parry, counter. Perfect. So he's almost done. Tox grenades. Can you give him another turn?
A moving target lives longer.
Indeed. One newer target.
Why not?
I will do my duty.
Jai Hedari. Remember the name.
Open up a couple of pistol blasts here.
With the right incentive.
And then all we really need to do is get a shot on that guy.
My vow is to serve.
Hope we don't die going through that much gas. All right, it's only this cultist left.
Will do.
So we'll just hit him with the Psychic Scream.
An offering of blood.
Hooray! I don't really worry about taking wounds on any of these warp fights since, you know, you get rid of them right away.
Let's see.
Stop hitting me, schmuck.
It don't really stress me too much. And we exit out that way. They're definitely saying high momentum. It's always sound like such gibberish to me, right? Idera's scream path has mind breaking. Ah, man, our Idera does so much damage. It's absurd. Are we constantly triggering perils of the warp? Yes. But does it matter? No. In fact, as a heretic, it's kind of good for us. We get some benefits from it, so. First playthrough, Iconoclast, bank Cabela without actually meaning to. I mean, sounds like you're winning there. Sounds like a good thing. Right? Like, yeah, any psychic phenomenon increases the momentum of the party by 2 to 10 instead of decreasing it. And literally every time Idera casts, she triggers psychic phenomenon. This one is like first round of combat. We get a bunch of stuff. Every time we kill something, we trigger psychic phenomenon in the first round of combat. And this is just like, yeah, if we use drugs, there's a 20% chance we save it, which means we should probably be using a lot more drugs. Once per battle, the Rogue Trader may choose any ally and grant them a 20% bonus to characteristics for 2 rounds, but knocks them over afterwards. Any weapons on the battlefield become warp imbued for a round, gaining bonus damage equal to Veil Degradation and Veil Degradation Armor Pen. That would be real nice. I'd like that. I'd like that very much, thank you. Can you have Servo Skulls and a Cyber Eager and a Crow at the same time? We have Cyber Skulls, a Crow, and if we take Solomorn, we also have the Puppy Dog, so. You can't all have them on one character, but you can have like 4 Overseers if you wanted. You could make your team all Overseers and just have nothing but Puppy Dogs in every team. Technically, right? Per build, throw in a dog as well. Custom character party where each member of the retinue takes a familiar, each taking a different one. Yeah. How responsive is the game so far for a heretic playthrough? Do people react to you being super heretical? So most of your heresy is done in secret. You kind of have to keep it secret from the rest of the party and to the populace at large, and that actually plays into like, because you serve Tzeentch ultimately, like you serve the Weaver, so secrecy is part of Tzeentch's domain. So you're meant to be a secret heretic who is like preparing the worlds, it seems like, for the final dawn, the moment of revelation where you plunge everything into chaos. And some people are fine with it. Like High Manufactorum Janrus Stanrock he knows what's going on. And he's like, all right, let's party. Charred ruins have been detected on the planet's surface. The architecture, building materials, layout, and passages betray their Xeno origin. There's currently no signs of Xeno activity on the planet, and the ruins seem to be abandoned. Run a detailed scan. The burnt husk of an Imperial shuttle has been found in the heart of the ruins. The pilot's remains are badly damaged. It would seem the shuttle smashed into the building at full speed, causing a fire that destroyed it. Sister Argenta believes the crew has found the remains of a murder. Jay Hadari is impressed by the dead pilot's bravery, should be honored. Cabela claims that the pilot's fearless and fierce spirit has not departed the remains to go to the Undying One. She honors the hero to decorate the bow of the flagship with their bones. Oh, that sounds pretty badass. After being rammed, the enemy void ship deals 10% less damage and has a hit chance reduced by 15%. The ship's ramming prow is filled with the indomitable fury of the bones of a martyr who fell upon the settlement of abominable xenos. I hate ramming. We don't have any points put into ramming. I feel like ramming is a trap in this game. Jay Hadare's answer is like rob the place, so we're gonna do that. Archaeotech lasgun and reinforced boots. These boots grant the wearer +5 toughness. Collision damage caused by the wearer is increased by 2. Oh, that's kind of fun with a knockback guild. Knockback characters, so. Close examination reveals a few precious Archaeotech items. Unfortunately, removing them destroys the pilot's remains. White shards of bone are now scattered among the burnt-out ruins. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Everything heretical seems to be happening around you. Must be the vapors. Oh, you know, just a little bit. A vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a small xeno. I don't know why this purple warp keeps happening, but the ship is unpowered, shows no signs of being crewed. Send out a boarding shuttle. The squad boarded the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's systems, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons found on board, and the dead xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of the warrior cast. More crew dark remnants of the Eldari. Yeah, I don't need that plasteel. These look like Eldari ships. Yeah, I'll take that. Do some battle with the enemies of humanity. Heinrich's going to handle it when we tell him we're having sexy times with Urlon. I mean, he's going to leave us for sure. But if I can fire him out of an airlock before that, I absolutely will.
All hands, make ready to unleash our fury.
Just 2 ships? No, there's 2 ships behind me. 3 ships. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Ooh, baby. Do you know what that's worth? Damn, Daniel.
Charter course.
I ain't so sure about this. I might as well trigger a vulnerability scan on him. They can't reach us yet. I don't understand why this Viper class doesn't have shields. Right in the butt. Brave shallow jump. Can I not make a shallow jump? Is that on cooldown? Sugar. Spin you. I don't want to fight you. I'm not ready for that yet. If I go here, will those neutron torpedoes hit me? I feel like the answer to that is gonna be yes. If I go there... Good grief. If I go there, those torpedoes are absolutely going to hit me. Same thing there. There's also a set of torpedoes there. God damn, dude. Four shots. None of my weapons fire four except the howler cannons. This is not good. I don't know. Why we just teleported all the way there? All right.
Eviscerate them.
Couple of misses.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
All of those missed?
Send them. Let destruction pour forth.
Okay, okay. All right, I'm gonna line up like this because that shield is charged. My interceptors can shoot it. And in fact, they'll blow it up, so maybe that's the best use of those guys. He's toast. I don't want to stack these guys on top of each other because otherwise that torpedo is just going to wipe them out. There goes my backup. Nice. Okay. Oh. Okay, it couldn't quite reach me, so my shield's actually held. Which is low-key kind of fantastic. Now, I could go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd put me in quite a line of fire. The thing is like this is his weak side. So if I can slam him with a bunch of shots, it'd be the play to make. And I could do it.
Emblazon our path. Let the incandescent beams scorch our enemies. Unleash the storm of macro.
We got those Fury interceptors, so I could blow up those neutron torpedoes if this gets out of control in a dangerous way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is enough.
Macro cannons, annihilate them.
That's pretty good damage. Now, here's my big problem, is that my starboard side has already been used. I have my ultimate. The most damaged sector of the flagship shield restores up to 50%. That's going to be the back. I don't know that we need to use that right now. We're definitely going to get hit by these guys. There's no fancy way around that. I didn't realize both those guys were facing the wrong way. Oh, that's a lot of shield damage. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, the interceptors totally dodged it.
Another notch on the macro cannon.
Another notch on the macro cannons. We're just gonna sit back here. I'm actually gonna reboot my shields. We'll keep the front charged. Those interceptors are coming home to Papa. You guys are gonna pop those, and then you're gonna come home to Papa. Front shields take it. That maybe got through the side shields. Didn't think about this. I can also fire torpedoes while I'm waiting for those interceptors to come back in. Okay, we can slide past these guys while we wait for the shield reboot.
Macro cannon. Annihilate them.
Big miss there.
Send them into the cold void.
Big miss there.
Steer us to our target.
Big hits here. Oh my god, so close. Let's warp wave him. It should destroy him. Then we can mortar battery this guy. We can just go straight past everything else. I was gonna buff those shields, but I guess I screwed that up. You got a shot with the macro cannons. Nailed it. And we're off.
All clear. Congratulations, Lord Captain.
Solar sails. Okay, so the Aldari do use solar sails as well. Solid. But Blaster 69, teleport through the missiles. Always good hints. Did I see the Games Workshop hints for the reveal stream? No, Mariner. What were they hinting at? Not tempted to try and convert Heinrichs. You can only convert Heinrichs if you're a female rogue trader and you romance them.
Here's the legend for the reveal hints from G-Dub's Deathwatch symbol. Angry Space Marine Lieutenant. Jester Het Jovial Space Marine Lieutenant. Red Het Johnny Dub. Space Marine Lieutenant.
This is just gibberish to
Fire
me.
Head Dress Egyptian. Space Marine Lieutenant. Winter Hat Cold.
Cowboy hat, Arthur Morgan, Space Marine Lieutenant. Wizard hat, Gandalf, Space Marine Lieutenant. Top hat. Just all Space Marine Lieutenants? I mean, I can guess what a lot of these for, obviously. Pharaoh headdress, Thousand Suns. Winter hat, probably Space Wolves. Cowboy hat. I actually don't know if there's any Space Marines that are cowboy themed. Not that I am aware of. Wizard hat. Also Thousand Suns. Maybe Grey Knights. 8th plasteel. That's a lot of plasteel. I'll take that. Can you change your gender? Not that I am aware of. At least not in game. Out of game, different story. No officer assigned to this post. Why was that the case, I wonder? All right, we might as well upgrade the hull. 266 hull points. Solid. How can you miss a solar sail? That's beyond me. Can he only turn to the good side by sexy timing him as a female RT? It's you just gotta get him to be less dogmatic, is my understanding. I guess let's go out this way. Maybe these two will connect. Keep hopping around. Kiava Gamma. Nice. We're now making drugs on Kiava Gamma. Construction of pleasure chambers will give the aristocrats a place of repose free from moral restrictions. 30 heretical points. Wait, no, that's not what we built. Not bad. Lord Captain, a strange anomaly has been detected on Kiava Gamma. A series of orders defined as Procedure 0-C has forced itself into the production algorithms. The servants of the Omnissiah define its execution status as most sacred, and therefore follow its instructions to the letter. In one cycle, cells were erected in the manufactorums, connected by cogitators, or more precisely, their computer channels. This network forms a pattern similar to those applied to the digital cells of machine spirits. The 0-C procedure commands Magi with an above-average psi receptivity index to enter the cells. These tech priests who take the seats in the cells fall into a blissful data dream to begin to sing binaric hymns very similar to those that periodically whirred from the warp vox on Cubus Delphim. The performers of the manufactorums have dropped. Many of the machine's god servants have abandoned their posts and are pleading for the privilege of fulfilling Procedure 0-C. But the enforcers have taken custody of the cells and ward the volunteers away from them. Armor of refraction. Heavy armor. +1 deflection, +10 armor if they've moved during their turn. Secrets of the ancient cybersmiths. All allies deal logic divided by 15 more energy and machine damage. I mean, good for Pascal. Abolisher of Procedure 0-C. All allies deal 10% more damage to machines, creatures, Necron creatures. There are Necrons. Oh my god. Could it be part of Delphim's legacy? We cannot trace the source of the signal that activated the procedure or identified its purpose. The tech priests oppose the idea of studying the procedure as it violates the sacrament. Supposedly, the minds of the Magi immersed in the cells are involved in some grand-scale computation. The servants of the Omnissiah have tested the planet's cogitational network 7 times with purifying algorithms and varying degrees of severity, proclaiming it clean. Your most trusted servants, those toiling in the secret workrooms of the planet, these are my heretics, I suppose, also found the code of the procedure free of corruption and were highly keen to learn more about it. Perhaps my advisors have a few words. You say these cells need to be filled with high psi-sensitive tech priests? Surely, but why use your own servants? Just check out a few remote stations and outposts, look for cogs who were banished as unfit, and you'll find 3 times as many more suitable candidates in the manufactorums. Psi receptivity rarely goes hand in hand with high rationality, and such tech priests often end their career in some backwater. They're singing. It's surprising your race was able to achieve such a harmonious form of interaction with crafted tools. My kinsmen, too, use psychoacoustic harmonics to guide our creations. I am not a bone singer myself, but I might be able to tell your servants of certain principles that define the sound of the universe. I find this sacrilegious suggestion to be in breach of the data unity protocol, says Pascal. A signal seemingly from nowhere that has the highest execution priority, a perfect weapon for capturing the planet. It should be anthematized, and I'm ready to summon a cadre of competent techro sourcists from the Inquisition. Lose profit factor for the armor. Alderi machine taming. All allies gain Xenos lore. Gain 10 Xenos lore and dodge reduction against Xenos. I mean, that's not bad. I just don't really know that I want this armor, right? It's not really as good as what we have. Like, it could be good for Abelard. This is the problem, is I need to be able to, like, see my inventory during this screen. Cowboy theme would be the Minotaur chapter of Space Marines. Making stuff for other universes. Okay. Change your appearance in the mirror in your study. Right, but you can't turn into a female, I don't think. Necrons when the game released. How do I not know this? I haven't beaten the game. I guess is the answer. I assume they show up in the later chapters, so. Can I use heavy armor on Turg when I respec him? No, probably not. Heavy armor requires like 55 strength to wield. And Turg's respec is going to be like fellowship, willpower, and blank. Toughness, probably. I think fellowship, willpower, and toughness. Going Heretic, how many runs have I done? I've never completed a run. I had an Iconoclast playthrough where I got to the end of Act 3, and that's as far as I've gotten. I kind of feel like this is the best option. Let's steal what we can from Urlet before we kill her. The dynastic servants begin their investigation seeking to determine the nature and purpose of the procedure. Awestruck, they encountered ancient creations of data smithing impossible in the current times, but they could not fathom the wisdom of the digital archaeotech. The blasphemous study of xenos knowledge undertaken as part of this investigation led to a series of heretical acts of creation. The tempted minds of the Magi sought to apply the secrets of the Aldari to their research. The culprits were servitized and the results of their work placed in a protective forbidden catalog. Armored Rage, that's what we built here. We built war machines. This means we also got a Titan Forge lance weapon. Yes. Yes. So we go from the medium range wide arc to a long range narrow, but that does way more damage. It's also like a top tier weapon. It's yellow. That's how you know it's good. And I don't think that Kieva Gamma has another project for us to do. Reputation with explorators. Oh, this would be good, actually. I can pop to the bridge for a second. I feel like we're not actually far off that with the explorators. Game released, there was only one location that had them Necrons. Can't recall where, so no chance of spoiling. I mean, I can't imagine running into Necrons because they are so dangerous, but... I don't know, I'm still like pretty far off this. I'm really high up with the Drusians. Casabalica is the other ones we've been really working on lately. I have a lot of Mechanicus creations. That's kind of about it right now. I do want those inertia boots. You know what? If the wearer's melee attacks are dodged, parries, or score a critical hit, the wearer regains Agi bonus movement point and does not provoke attacks of opportunities. Putting this on Cabela is going to be insanely busted. Reload for any weapon costs 1 AP less. That's a better Omnisaya axe. You guys also need fuel. You also need armor kits. I just don't want to give up everything we have right now. What do you currently have on? Whenever you make a melee area attack, you regain 2 MP and gain 12% critical hit chance. Ooh. Is there any way to tell what your critical hit chance is already? This is every time she crits, she gains 6 movement points. Every time you make a melee area attack, which is every jump, you gain 2 movement points, but it only stacks until the end of the round. Agility plus perception. I don't know what's a better option for her. Choices, right? What's Avalar got on? Charge costs less. I think I'll just keep her as is right now. Have I ever played Mechanicus? I did. I didn't get super into it, but I did enjoy the bit that I did play. We streamed it like really early on in my streaming. We played it. Don't like it doesn't tell you the crit or the other stats out front. Yeah. An unidentified object has been located in the system. The artifact reacts to our transmission by releasing unknown radiation, most likely of xeno origin. The cogs are reporting. If you want to get a closer look, we need to close the distance. A massive xeno artifact. Great. I love it. I'm sure that won't be dangerous. She uses more single target skills most of the time. Well, she jumps and she cleaves. She does crit like constantly. You know what? She does crit constantly. Let's try it out and see how we feel. The boots she has are more damage. Move points are for leaving, not winning. Well, move points are also for getting around and hitting everything on the map. Prometheum? Yeah, I guess why not? At first, it looked like the snowy and desolate planet was devoid of surprises, but the yellow and orange flickering of lumens and the notification from the auger system informed the officers there was a small colony that survived. All attempts to hail the colony has failed. Send out a scouting party. The explorers report the dismal conditions of the settlement and its inhabitants. Their skin is translucent and pale. Icy blue eyes see practically no color. Their language is rough and guttural, and their stomachs cannot tolerate anything except a stew made from local roots and mosses. Yet, they are subjects of the Imperium, still loyal to the Emperor. They have mistaken your people for his emissaries. Find out what happened. The local elders woefully reminisce about times long gone. Most of them were still sheltered in their mother's wombs when the snow first settled on the verdant hills. Hail ruined the crops and frost hardened the soil. Plants and large beasts that could not sustain themselves were the first to go. They were soon followed by birds and small animals. Most people in large cities perished, unable to warm themselves and their families. The governor and his entourage left the world in the first days of the winter, taking all the provisions and fuel with them. No one responded to the pleas from the dying world. The stars remained deaf to their messages transmitted by the voxes. The abandoned subjects of the Imperium still managed to save the machines and other valuables, but they were of little use without a supply of promethium. And yet, those who survived eventually adapted to the tribulations of the God Emperor that bestowed upon them. I have promethium, right? If I can get this planet back online, when the maw, the first generator, belched forth a furious roar and black ash started falling from the sky instead of snow, the locals laughed and danced, trying to warm their limbs after decades of cold. They called down blessing upon blessing on their unseen savior, a rogue traitor from the Von Valencius dynasty. Thank the God Emperor for their fortuitous encounter. Yeah, you get a bunch of stuff from this. The departure was accompanied by shouts of grateful approval, not to mention their many parting gifts. That was a good deal. Not everything just has to be kill everybody. Just because I'm a heretic doesn't mean I don't want people to corrupt. Ship components. Best thing about Mechanicus is the soundtrack. The game itself is meh. I mean, I'm very excited for Mechanicus too, because I imagine they're going to fix a lot of kind of the staleness, the repetitive nature of it to some degree, but 15 kills in a round ain't enough. It depends. Ooh, a book. Bridge, we have an unknown object dead ahead, not an asteroid, clearly artificial in nature, but it's larger than Footfall Station. Copy that. Report relayed to the officer on duty. Expect visual soon. We have visual. What in the... look out, this is the Boxmaster. I'm adding the pilot, senior officials, and the Lord Captain to this channel. His Lordship wishes to assume personal command. Lord Captain, we've requested intel on the object from the augury array module, awaiting their response. Xenos check has just succeeded. Lord Captain on the line. No need to engage the augurs. I know what this is. It's called a webway gate. Von Kellock's here. What we see before us is a webway gate, an artifact that Xenos used to get there to the sorcerous realm, so to speak. It allows Eldari to get around the sector quickly and serve as hideouts from the most unpleasant tribe, the Drukari. Urilet here. This gate is the one like you saw in Lilithian. The children of Asurian wander the void through such constructs erected in ancient times. Any ship that passes through the portal will enter a tangle of paths fathomable to none but my kin. Is there an augur report? According to available data, the object consists of unknown material foreign to the Imperium, registering an unknown class of energy profile. The Genestealers are at a loss about how this technology works, but they did specify that the energometry suggests that the system is holding an active charge. The object appears ready to do whatever it's designed to do. What's the senior officer's take? Oh, we already know. Can we activate it? Requesting response from the Engineerium. Apologies, Lord Captain. The tech priests have refused to even consider such a possibility. It would be a violation of the Omnissiah's tenets and an extremely dangerous undertaking. Perhaps a certain companion of yours could. Even if I knew the secrets of this gate, I would never surrender it to the Monkey. The webway is our kin's sacred refuge and a deadly trap to those such as you, Elentok. I mean, let's blow it up then, I guess. Lord Captain's orders. Destroy the object. Activating batteries. Firing in 3, 2, 1. Contact with the object. Good thrown. No effect. I don't know what that thing is made of, but our weapons are powerless against it. I mean, I guess it's made of wraithbone. Changing course and moving out. Maybe this is an event I get to come back to. All right, let's keep scooting and booting. No path. Boo. There's 3 locked off systems. $7 plasteel. I'll take that. Uncharted systems are the best. 2 plasteel. I think we can skip you. What else we got? This looks like a nice Earth planet. A small planet gently wrapped in amber forests greets you with a ruby-colored dawn. Basil von dem Clayarch, the local governor, gives the rogue trader a warm welcome. After several glasses of Damascene, the sweltering ruler asks if Biggest Turg von Valancius would like him keep him company during the upcoming hunt. Yeah, sure, man. After several hours of riding the local peculiar animals, you make camp in the middle of a golden forest. Basil von dem Clayarch points at the sky. A flat disc rises over the horizon, constantly morphing its shape and colors. The forest grows silent and empty, and you can no longer hear the singing of birds or the rustle of wind. The governor nods with satisfaction, and a few shapes step into the clearing. Their bodies are twisted by an unknown phenomenon, and you watch the freaks with astonishment as they begin to dance to the throaty cackling of their brethren, turning their bony growths and pulsating flesh of their scaly hands towards the unnatural thing in the sky. Watch in silence. I'm a cultist. I know a weird ritual when I see one. The hypnotic dance seems to continue forever. The unfortunate creatures howled, whined, and convulsed, unable to tear their bleeding eyes from the celestial body. When the Pavonine disc outshone even the light of the local star, their physical shells of the things that used to be men burst, releasing beasts onto this plane that not even the most fluent and capable pen could describe. Basil von dem Clayarch excitingly explains that the creatures you saw are the children of the great king of distortion. It is he who is the true god and patron of these fertile grounds. Once every cycle, his chariot shines its light upon the world and bestows transformations among its most ardent followers. The rogue trader may become one of his heralds. Express the desire to become the herald to the king of distortion. The governor practically shrieks with delight, and more eyes open on his hands and neck to give you a closer look. You must speak with the god in the chariot himself and surrender to him whatever you value most in life. Order the crew chart a course to the anomaly known as the King of Distortion. The senior officers observe suspicious activity emanating from the twisted celestial body at the heart of the system. The chaplain advises you to get ready for a potential encounter with spawn of the arch enemy. It may be wise to reconsider unless you have holy relics, sacred wards, or blessed effigies of the Emperor. A flame with a plethora of colors, the distorted celestial disk trembles slightly beyond the endless window of the captain's bridge as the rogue trader's ship approaches its center. An otherworldly voice, cold and enveloping, enters your mind. What could this puny wretch possibly offer a king? The officers on your bridge look around perplexed. Their eyes are full of terror and confusion. Many clutch their heads and let out long howls of pain. Some empty their stomachs. But most, pale and exhausted as though they have joined the Lord Captain in resisting the entity's influence. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to the King of Distortion. I want to become the herald of the King of the Distortion. The king is intrigued. Never before has a mortal sought to obtain his divine blessing. All you have to do is claim ownership of Amberworld and not interfere with the events unfolding on the planet. If the king is pleased with you, he may even let you collect tribute from his played things. If I had holy gifts, I could protect against this. I'm going to swear fealty to the king and promise to fulfill his request. Acerbic laughter fills your head as if the enormous distorted disc world vanishes from the void ship's augers as if it has never been there. Proclaim yourself the sovereign of Amberworld. Heretic trophies. The estates of Amberworld now belong to you alone. The blessing of the King of Distortion kept spreading over the world, no longer affecting just humans. Even the birds and beasts are now subject to its divine influence. Like a true herald, you must protect the Promised Garden from any dangers or outside threats. Do I want tribute from this planet? I feel like maybe I should just leave it alone. He did say I could perhaps demand tribute. I'm gonna quick save and then demand tribute. A dozen containers stained with blood and marred with unusual substance make their way onto your ship's cargo hold. The King of Distortion favors you and you can feel it. Very good, sirs. Oh, that's delicious. Nothing like a good few heretic trophies. Why do I skip some systems? I don't think I've skipped any systems. Oh, or skipping some stuff to get? Just because I don't have too many extractums. And so, you know, if I have 40 plasteel, I don't need an extra 2. I'd rather save them in case we need them for something else. And like, this is not necessarily a good amount of a resource. I will take it though. And we'll land on the wasteland wayfarer. So we're serving like 3 different chaos demons right now. It's getting a little out of control.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Over there. The airlock is sealed tight. This isn't right. You distinctly remember never activating the seal on your way through. I know I'm about to state the obvious, but I will state it anyway. There's something off about this. Something very off. Open the airlock. The control panel is being uncooperative. You know enough about machine spirit behavior to conclude it is not malice that is making them refuse, but a higher priority order. After repeating the command entry protocol 3 times with all the appropriate prayers, the tech priest says in a gloomy, raspy voice, "The machine spirit controlling this airlock is too simple and guileless to be tricked. It would be easier to deconstruct this airlock than to compel it to open." Contact our ship. This is the rogue trader. We're having difficulties here. White noise is static is all you hear. Can we force the airlock open? No.
Over.
Strange sound that reminds you of dripping water or the clattering of something sharp against metal. Very good. Nothing like walking into an obvious trap.
They're in the walls. Above us, under the floor, they're scratching at my skull. They want to disembowel me, to wear my skin.
Oh, is this
I
Genestealers?
hear whispers, but not from him. Something is sleeping in the darkness, or is pretending to.
I think this is Genestealers or Tyranids.
That wasn't so difficult.
Strange gouges on the metal looks like claw marks of the beasts that were trying to crawl into the shaft.
Intriguing.
Just as I was told.
We got some loot. Some more loot. Okay. A Vox Cleric. Okay, I feel like he is going to probably trigger whatever the event is here. Thick diary filled with entries written in a neat, precise handwriting. The author was documenting the events of his life with thoroughness bordering on obsession. The following entries catch your attention. Never thought this day would come. I'm addressed as Master Captain once more. How many times did I swear never to venture into the void again during those 2 Terran years I spent among the mangled ruins of the unheralded Reckoning's Bridge? Unfortunately, life in a gravity well did not bring me peace. Reverend Hieronius promised me that performing a selfless feat of devotion would bring me serenity. Maybe he's right, but I'm still writing this journal during the long nights to keep my sanity like I did for 2 years there and 7 Terran years after that here. We'll see if I can live without the somewhere that is our Wayfarer Wanderer's destination. The crew has reported hearing strange noises from the ventilation staff for a 3rd time. I'm charged with pilgrims, not seasoned voidmen. The venture scares them. They've already managed to make up their share of absurd ghost stories. I asked the Reverend to calm them down. He's the official head of the pilgrimage, so they ought to listen. Vent inspection is finished. Just as expected, there was nothing to worry about, just some torn tubing striking the hull. Reverend Hieronius was wrong. Faith does not bring me peace. I prefer not to take any side in the theological disputes that's broken out, ignoring the debates altogether. I'll let the Reverend handle it. I'm slightly concerned about this schism, but as long as both groups are peaceful and agree to follow my orders, they can bicker and shout all they want. The great day has arrived. The Wasteland Wayfarer has successfully landed on the planet's surface. I wonder if we'll ever leave. A settlement is already being built down in the hills. Its official designation, something in Minoris, but Reverend says he's going to name it Jevison. Jessavon. When we first stepped onto the surface, the Reverend's congregation and the Nourishers used different airlocks to leave the vessel. Seems like they've ceased any and all communication. Today, the last pilgrims left the Wayfarer for Jessavon. I'm alone once again. They invited me to go with them, but I made up an excuse about needing to keep watch at the reactor since my ship is still powering the settlement. Truth be told, I didn't want to go with them. They say less than 1,000 pilgrims are still loyal to Gravik. The services at the main temple are performed by the Nourishers, and the St. Jerusa statue is cut only by its knees. I can't understand their beliefs, but I don't think they will help me more than the Reverend's faith. I awoke at night to a dozen pilgrims from Jessavon. They were armed and scared and said the Nourishers had arrested the Reverend. They were bewildered and didn't know what to do, waiting for me to act. So act I did. Since the Reverend is the official head of the pilgrimage, I deemed this an incident of civil unrest. I cut power to Jessavon and demanded Reverend's release via Voxcom. We are holding the line. The Nourishers have come to us. Gravik was with them. He was calm and said the conflict had been resolved. He took the confused pilgrims and their guns with him, and I restored power to the settlement. I have no idea what's going on. Peace. The watch is of no consequence. Today I received the brotherly kiss, and now I believe. I can see the spiral path among the stars set for us by the Emperor Progenitor. I can hear my brothers and sisters. I am finally alone no more. It's Genestealers. It's Genestealers. Protect the pants. Monsters in the vents. Generally a dead giveaway, yeah. Open. Loot. Lots of good loot here.
Trap or treasure?
Metal box was brutally forced open. Why would the ship owners break into it if they could simply turn the key? Hunched over the box caster, the hooded man mutters monotonously but empathetically into the machine. In the light of the distant stars, our Emperor Progenitor wanders wearily. His thoughts and visions of us, he sends us particles of his light. Though his body suffers, his mind lingers on us. Let us therefore nourish him with the light of our souls, our prayers, with our faith. Put your hands up, take off your hood, and don't make any sudden movements. The man falls silent, a satisfied chuckle without a hint of fear. As long as our father Progenitor thinks of me, I am eternal. With a pale hand, he throws back his hood. You see an ugly face with a flat, wide nose, disproportionate large brow ridges, irisless eyes with enormous pupils, a wide toad-like mouth, and skin that transitions to purple scales at the cheekbone. Standing before you is an abominable subhuman, a mutant. Welcome to the abode of the Nourishers. 3 sorrowful phalanges point the way to the Emperor Progenitor. I am glad you have chosen ours. His features are strikingly similar to those of the mutant scum you destroyed in the dynastic crypt. Look closer at the misshapen man. This being's nature is strayed too far from mankind's blessed genome. The Creed sees no humanity in deviations like these, and so it commands that such creatures be exterminated without mercy. Abominations that looked exactly like you tried to take over my ship. I killed them all. The man does not look surprised. Though I had not known them before, the Emperor Progenitor brought me the echo of their deaths and an image, your image. But their deaths matter not, for you have answered the call, and I am elated. I understand this to be a trap, am I correct? Indeed, you have nowhere to run. The mutant shrieks, grinning, may the grace of our progenitor be upon you. His words are piercing, become a shrill echo of 100 voices. Mine's growing ever louder. It torments your soul, and before you know it, you reach for your weapon. I love that we have a belted pistol just for those little cutscenes. You hear a clanging echo grow louder in the empty modules, like hundreds of clawed limbs striking bulkheads and grabbing onto bars. Whoever advancing upon you, there are a lot of them. You ought to run for your life before they trap you in this crammed Vox cabin. Make a dash for the Vox capture and try to connect the ship. Von Valencia's command, earlock. The signal is lost before you manage to say anything. They're flooding the air with psychic whispers. There's so many of them. I mean, I've already looted the place. Plan my retreat or just say we've got to go. Time to go. Your gaze falls on a rune-covered control panel near the Vox receiver. A green lumen burns beneath. Engage airlock seals. The switch socket is corroded and does not immediately yield to your touch, but the lumen changes color to blood red and the whirring of deactivated airlocks rises up from the depths of the ship. Oh, hell yeah. Whoa.
Give me the power to eradicate thy enemies.
I mean, I didn't expect anything else. Cabela, you can go here. Abelard, you can go there. Jay, you can go there. Pascal, you can go there. Adira, you can just go there.
I definitely need a drink or a medikit.
All right, Jay.
Request approved.
400-point Genestealer. I see how this is going to be. Let us call the bold. And we'll make it a critical hit. Overcharge. 172. That ain't too bad. Where the hell do you think you're going?
You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
Anything else?
I'd like to get everybody nice and buffed here. Do you have a med kit? No, but you can throw a grenade for free, can't you? Or can I throw grenades for free? Starting to lose track.
Am I getting paid for this?
I'm gonna cast Follow My Lead. And then like... maybe Bulwark? Do I bother chase this guy? I guess she's not going to get buffed now is the problem.
Purpose guides me. Ruin beckons.
But you know what? It's not really a big deal.
I will triumph. Purpose guides me. One step closer. This is beneath me.
Who? I can't reach Jay. This character moved to any cell within their line of sight in a 2-cell radius around the vanguard. Oh, that's super convenient.
No guidance.
So because I used follow my lead, I get a free movement on all of my characters. Fortunately, I can't quite relocate properly, but I guess I could still go there.
Ruin beckons.
And then
Tell me, and it is done.
it's not gonna do a lot of damage, but it'll do a little bit.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Cabela for sure can do a ton here.
Let your soul be
In fact, she can probably kill it right now. Yeah. Let's go. High momentum. No, I don't know if you can get to him. But I think you can.
I am your blade and shield.
I think if I do 2 dances and a backflip. Yeah, I'll take 2 dances and a backflip. And then let's aim for the opening. Cover him in blood. What's your armor like? 0. All right, well, I'm just going to use this weapon then, probably. 94, 98, or 85, 101, and better crits.
I shall not fail.
So I guess we'll just do that.
Trust
Parkour. Where do you think you're going? I can move for free back there somehow,
As on
but
our old days.
this guy cut in the middle of my turn is annoying. Let's move up here so I am next to Turg.
The shadows will see it done.
And then I guess that's her turn. This guy just gained 141 HP on his round. Wow. Abelard, charge him.
It will be done.
Is this actually the result of my repurposing the station? I think this is just a different trap that we're getting some interesting bonuses for because of us doing the stuff on the station.
At your beck and call.
I'm gonna give you a reckless strike here.
Indeed.
We can keep him taunted. Madeira, it looks like you can move there, but you seem to be struggling with it. If I go there, is he in range? Yeah. So is the bird, though.
What is this foreboding?
So we're going to move the bird. No, we're not going to move the bird? Okay. Target must pass a willpower resistance. If failed, the target suffers psyker's staff power level. which is, I don't know. Psyker Psi rating, which is 7, plus 30% of the target's current wounds, which is about 200. So that'd be 60 damage. 67 damage. The part of this damage equal to 30% of the target wound cannot exceed 300. If passed, the target instead suffers psychic staff powers level mental damage. Are you immune to psyker damage? No, definitely not. Because I can just blast you with that. Why does it say it's only going to do 19 damage? I guess that's 19 if he fails his test. See, I can't tell what does more damage. He runs again. Finding that annoying at this point. All right, well, not much I can do there. We have a bit of a traffic jam happening, and unfortunately it's making it that I cannot shoot this guy with Pascal. So I'm gonna do some machine spirit communion and then just like charge up his next shot. He's gonna come back and not get into range and then take a ton of bleed damage.
Don't get too cocky.
I can cast that on you.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Just do this.
At your beck and call. Aha! An exemplary strike.
Watch my back.
I mean, her pistol is still good. It doesn't do like an insane amount of damage, but it does enough. Oh, these guys are really just popping out of the ceilings here. Can you still move? You can.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
So you might as well.
Jai Haydari. Remember the name.
Just out of range again. Let's relocate the servo skull to here. And then we'll just move right up next to it. And I don't know who to give this turn to. Jay, I guess?
I can do that. I want a medal for that one.
That's like pretty good damage. 30, 40, 46 damage per burst. That's actually really not bad considering she's a tank. Honestly, considering she's a tank, that's pretty damn good. We missed our melt a shot to literally nobody's surprise. Cabela has very little movement because she didn't start next to biggest turd. Can I get around you? I don't think I can.
I shall not fail.
Yeah, like the burst fire from Jay Zedari's pistol does as much damage as Blade Dance does, so
Trust me.
let's just soak this guy in blood. Buddy, get the hell back here.
Death comes in
I am not done with you. Oh, no, maybe I am.
I cannot serve you in this way.
Maybe I am. Abelard, you have a Melta. What if I dashed you to like here?
I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
I mean, it's a bit of damage.
It will be done. Someone else can do this.
Take the defensive stance. I love how this is an ambush and I'm just like messing them up at every corner. I don't know, man. I'm gonna send the bird there.
It's my toy, and I'm gonna control it myself.
I can't really seem to get in any better range here, so. Cabela gets a free attack. You get the parry counter from the taunt. Pascal gets to move up, mark you as prey, and then overcharge. Let's trigger that first. This will be a crit as well. 134. He's like trying to run onto my ship right now. Jay gets a big heal from the Medicaid protocol. Oh, I guess they just keep spawning until you get to the exit. That's very funny. Do shield bash with Abelard as he strikes after the bash? Does he strike after the bash? How does that work? Successfully blocks an attack, they immediately use shield bash. If the wielder makes a counterattack followed by stalwart defense, the shield bash follows that counterattack. Oh, that's cool. I don't think he... The shield bash follows. Yeah, I don't think he gets an extra thing for that. Like, unless it's his shield itself, does it? No, he gets like the first use of shield bash costs 0 AP, but it only does 12 damage and it takes the attack ability. So like Epiphany is still a better option. Oh, cool. When this wielder kills an enemy with charge, the ability has no cooldown. Oh, that's really good with the thing you have where your charge also costs less AP. Potentially gives him infinite charge, right? Well, I guess charge normally costs 2, so 1 AP charge. Would some equipment do the double shield bash combo? Whenever they block an attack, they get blinded. This is the one that like all of them have to go together. This one is deflection and parry. I gotta clear this out, man. Does a shield count as a weapon? Or do we just have every shield equipped right now? I think we just have every shield equipped right now. Yeah, I don't think there is a thing that does that. That if you bash, you attack. I think it's just that, like, if you counter attack, you bash afterwards for free. I'm pretty sure that's the trade-off. Now, I would like to exterminatus this world. Not this world. Jessavon? Oh, I guess there's nothing else we can do. We just know that that planet is covered in Genestealers. Good to know. I'm gonna have to go down and around, I think. I also want to go out here. That's like the only uncharted systems, right? Yeah, the Imperium is not a real one. Yeah, we have like 2 systems out this way. Do we connect here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make it yellow. There's a 6 there. We'll get that point back. 5 points. I could calm that then. I could calm that. Calm that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. I'd be better off calming this low road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to calm that path, and only 1, 2, 3, 4 to calm that path. To connect me to Janus to Kiabagama. We'll take some about faces. Commotion on the lower deck. The chief mutant hunter who's responsible for eliminating heresy in the holds of the void ship went mad due to the influence of the warp. The officer climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump unless the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. After calculating the time and financial cost of the inspection of thousands of crew members and consulting the tech priests about the dangers of foreign materials getting into the intake, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with ending his life in the desired manner. The old cost benefit. The confessors report discontent. The vessel's confessors report discontent among their flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute the incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the voidsmen noticed it and are whispering about an ill omen. I don't want to sanctify any chambers on my ship. I'd rather just organize punitive processions. A resounding condemnation of the weakness of spirit and body led to arbitrary reprisals against anyone who dared even mention the troubles hanging over the crew. With the permission of the confessors, the voidsmen took the task of bolstering morale into their own hand. Nice. All right, and now we can take a nice peaceful journey through space. Really just taming the warp paths. So here's the irony. I'm going to tame this one, but I'm not going to tame this one that we're going to. But we do have, I believe, the other Eldari ships here. Space battle. Violent battle is unfolding before the rogue trader's eyes. Patrol ships from the Corda fleet are tearing apart 2 small Eldari vessels. Once they're finished with them, the void ship gives chase after the third, already damaged vessel, clearly with the intent of destroying it as well. Seeing the last ship's impending death, Yerlet calls out to the Lord Captain, her voice trembling. Only the rogue trader's intervention can save her kin. Tell Incendia Quarter to stop the battle. The Voxmaster relays the Lord Captain's demand to stop the battle and soon returns with a reply. According to the Quarter ships, the group of Xenos are malicious criminals guilty of raiding the system's planets and robbing merchant vessels. Incendia Quarter's void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. Yurlet suddenly watches the unfolding chase through the stained glass window of the captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished. Except her kin were flying transport ships. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone launch a planetary raid. Vessels such as theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The monkey are lying. Let's analyze the intact xenoships. Despite the presence of some weaponry, the xenoships are more likely meant for transporting cargo or the xenos themselves. Ask Quartus Patrol for proof of the xeno transgressions. The patrol captain reluctantly admits that there is no proof. The system is sometimes the target of pirate raids. This changes nothing, for his servants have no mercy for the enemies of humanity. Demand Quartus warships ceasefire immediately and retreat. Unwilling to engage in open battle against the flagship of a foreign dynasty, the patrol reluctantly leaves its prey and retreats. The wounded xenoship is rapidly distancing itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadow of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration, and the Voxmaster reports that the vessel is in deplorable conditions. Who knows how much more than the Xenos technology can endure before the irreparable happens. The Eldari are too scared and resentful of the monkey for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Yurlet is certain she can convince them to cooperate with the Elentok if she is allowed to speak with them. I can give her a try. Wow! 2 watches pass, and the Xenos finally decide to answer her pleas concerning the Elentok's assistance, guardedly asking how exactly the monkey can help their vessel. The Eldari note that the humans' primitive technologies are incapable of healing the Eldari vessel's wounds. The sudden benevolence of one human is equally incapable of bringing back those who perished in the recent engagement. We could take a bunch of Eldari aboard our ship? This is just a different kind of heresy, right? The Eldari accept their fate with forced humility. They do not resist, but neither do they appear uplifted. They see their stay on a monkey ship as imprisonment filled with uncertainty about what's next. Yeah, I mean, if I can sell them or something, we'll do that. After a few watches, the Xenos' suspicions are validated. The presence of an outsider who filled the lower decks was perceived by ordinary people as an invasion of godless mutants. Shouting prayers to the Emperor, they rushed to depressurize the compartment containing the Xenos alongside all of those who were touched by the filth of the unclean. The horrible news shakes Yurlet. She blames herself for the death of her kin and regrets the hatred of the monkeys towards her kind, a foolish product of fear. Those Xenos were my property, so I'm going to send punitive squads to the lower deck to hunt those responsible. Yurlet can only shake her head. The monkey's death will not bring her kin back to life. It will only spread even greater hatred, and the gap between humans and Eldari grows wider. That's okay. Pretty heretical thing to do. It's where the heresy starts, not caring about the Imperium laws and prohibitions. Truth. You raise a good point. Can we get up here safely? Yes. We're doing so much warp travel, we're getting repeat events now. Tech priests report a brief malfunction in the Geller field generator that left the vessel exposed to the warp for a brief second. According to the Enforcer report, something did manage to get into the ship and is now prowling the dark quarters of Loading Bay 5. Ignore the reports and resume the voyage. The crew remain in the grasp of terror until the vessel finally leaves the warp. Each night, the lurking beast would claim the lives of several dozen people, sometimes entirely different decks. The crew is distressed by the loss of their friends and relatives, and the ship's prayer rooms are overcrowded. Yes. This is like the last system. A last side quest system, I should say. Ooh, big warp gate. Big warp gate. I guess let's blow up the enemies of humanity. These look like chaos cultists. The enemies of humanity. I like to just think this is covering my own heretical ways. 2 iconoclasts, a hellbringer, and 2 more iconoclasts. This isn't too bad. These are pretty soft boys. We have our new Titan Forge. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a bit close. But if I go there, it's like a miss, right? Okay, so, but if I go here, I can hit them. Yeah. So let's do that.
Let the incandescent beams scorch our enemies.
Yes, sir. I like that new lance. Oh my God.
Send their souls to the void.
For some reason, I'm missing... Maybe I can only launch them during acceleration, but my fighter bays are not here right now. You're getting your shields hit up a little bit. Yeah, dudes, what the hell happened to my fighters? Were they like a one-time use?
Let the Imperium
I go here and Arc Augury. I can hit that guy.
eviscerate them.
God damn, dude. He's a monster. He's unstoppable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just out of range of that. But I can spin him. I don't think those torpedoes are reaching anything anytime soon. Withholding horsey girl, racing, gambling, gotcha. Also withholding words. Don't worry, we're gonna word soon. It's still early. Thank you, Plaza Torpedoes. Dude, I almost feel bad for these heretics. If I boost that, will it work?
Emblazon our path.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it like that, though. I could do it like that.
Let the incandescent beams scorch our enemies.
Breach in our enemy's defenses.
Macro cannons, annihilate them.
Oh, now my ships are back. Got a couple fighter boys.
Blood for the Emperor, skulls for the Golden Throne.
Thanks, Obese. Much appreciate the biddies. We're gonna get hounded for this brave play here. Can I crash into him? Let's turn around. Torpedoes? Oh. They did a bit of damage, but they couldn't get that close. Oh, no, actually, that was the fire on my ship. Our shield was boosted, though, so they couldn't do nothing. You know what? Just rip them apart.
Proceed accordingly.
Why hit them with a missile when we have the power of the warp?
And death.
7 points of damage on the port and starboard, but only 3 points on the fore and aft. No, honestly, I really like this fireproof stuff. This has been the most valuable to us. Already explored. All right, let's check out the warp gate. The big juicy bits. Passing by a construct marked on the star charts as a dimensional gate. Our augurs are not showing any suspicious energy readings. The device is dormant. Ancient xeno artifact older than humanity itself. The gate is leading somewhere, judging by its design, possibly straight into the wicked abyss of the warp, considering all the nasty shite that used to roam around here. Many captains, Lady Theodora included, have tried to reveal its secrets, but it seems no one could figure out how good it worked. What was Theodora interested in? She didn't share her plans with us. She always kept them close to her chest. She was searching for a way to open the gate and see what's on the other side. The Cognance fleet conducted its own analysis of this xeno artifact. All records of the expedition to the site were added to the exploration catalog. Nasty in what way exactly? I don't want to repeat the rumors. I don't know the truth, but it was bad. There was words of ships and even whole trade convoys disappearing. Captains started avoiding the system until eventually the Lord Inquisitor came here and made short work of it. Hasn't been much in the way of rumors ever since, actually. The Inquisition made sure voidsmen kept their mouths shut. Whatever the gate used to spew out, it must have been profane and a danger to humanity. I want to study this construct. I would advise against approaching the gate. The Inquisition had declared the entire area around it off limits. Packed it with mines. Our augurs won't be able to detect them. Man, lousy Inquisition is always ruining my fun. Won't let me explore any dangerous heretical xeno artifacts. They welcome death with open arms, as it should be. Jay said something about this being a mining world as well, but the dialogue I find in space always gets cut off in a weird way. Okay, dudes. Oh my god. We can actually go up and go to Vabos 4. Now. See if we can get back safely. Warp jump went smoothly. Crew members reported strange incidents asleep. They sensed someone approaching them and laying a hand on their forehead. Seemed to pass through their skin, their skull, and with tender motions sorted their jumbled thoughts into some sort of order. Pascal noted the mysterious incident, which allowed him to remember a few highly obscure tech rituals, which it seemed he had never studied in the first place. This actually reminds me we really need to talk to our crew. We haven't really done any companion quests. During the period designated as the night shift, the air throughout the ship suddenly turned stale. Those who were awake reported feeling incredibly tired. Those who were asleep had terrible nightmares. The xenos Yerelet, one of the captain's retinue, was found delirious in one of the ship bays, screaming in an unholy language. Her arms raised high above her head as if she was trying to keep the sky from falling. The enforcers were unable to free her from her trance. Two who attempted to were attacked and died instantly. The xenos regained awareness about 10 hours later, and she had seen the homeworld of Cruditarch collapsing around her. She had been the only one able to hold up its walls. She added that no monkey should ever touch her again without permission, and that in the future she would deal with the call of the warp on her own. Well, I don't trust you to deal with nothing on your own, Yerelet. That's the problem. I am reminded that we have a quest down here. It's a hidden quest that we missed. One last diversion. We got all the good, clean, green warp space, so one last diversion is okay for us. It is in the atrium, I believe. Yeah. So this is a quest we just entirely missed, I think, when we did Footfall, and I discovered it on like a future playthrough. But I don't think it's too late to do it. It's a very fun mission, which is why I want to do it. Where you attend the funeral of a pirate. Up here. Ooh, I see some chaos corruption here as well. I'm seeing quite a bit of chaos corruption here. Oh, I wonder. We shipped a bunch of provisions here that were corrupted. Is Footfall actually getting just like corruption spreading on it now because of us? Oh, that's so cool. That's totally what's happening. It seems to be around like shipped crates. Pirate funeral just walking off the plank? Not quite.
Seize the opportunity.
Oh. Maybe we did do this quest? Or maybe we just like missed. Maybe we did do this quest. My bad. My bad, geez. I'm wasting our time here going and checking out quests that I guess we've already done. I didn't remember doing that in this playthrough. I guess we did miss some loot though, at least, so that's good for us. Worth coming back maybe for loot. Did I already do Jay's personal quest? I don't think I've done anybody's personal quest. So the question is just whether we do that before Vabos. We got some more stuff we can sell Opticon here. Bit of profit factor, nice. Other than that, queue up to level 7. I think that axe is good for Pascal, though he might already have something that's better. You have the Kiaba Gamma axe, which is different. It does a little less damage, but it does more bleeding. And the use of Brutal Strike for attacks of opportunity. Oh, wow. So when he uses an attack of opportunity, it's a huge AoE. Yeah, I'd argue that's better then for you. And we'll get rid of the Kiaba Gamma axe then. That'll do. That'll do.
Embrace true power.
That'll do. So, okay. The next plan is going to be, let's talk to everybody on the bridge so we can get some of the quests lined up before we end the act. Because I think we're about to end the act after we do this last planet. So I want to make sure that we're like in a good spot, at least with our main companions. We don't have to talk to every companion, just like the companions we're using. And then we'll go up, we'll finish up these quests up at Vabos. And I think move on to Act 3. Depending on how long Vabos takes. But we'll do that in the next video. So tune back in.